Hello. Okay, so we are going to finish this up today, and we're going to do our last three slides. So we're going to do 17, 18, and 19. Okay, so this one on slide 17 is what's been going on. There are some important events that happened during the school year in our community, in our country, and around the world. Okay, so what was something important that happened throughout our community? Okay, something that happened in our country, and then something that happened around the world. Remember, there were a lot of things that happened this year in the world, in our country, even in our community. Okay, so if you need some help, maybe talk to mom and dad about it to have them get a little bit of a perspective on it. Okay, so fill in some different things that happened in our community, our country, and around the world this year. Okay. And then we have one called Along Came the Pandemic. Okay, right now we're not in school, obviously, because of the COVID-19 pandemic that is happening around the world. So in our last slide, that's something that you could type in there, is the pandemic, the coronavirus, all that kind of stuff. Okay, how you're going to type in how the pandemic affected my family. Okay, so what are some things that changed in your house with your family? Okay, type in those things that happened and changed your family life right here. Okay, how the pandemic affected our school. Okay, well, one thing you could type in is that we had to do online learning at home instead of actually going to school. Okay, so how did the pandemic affect our school? And then also, how did the pandemic affect our community? Okay, again, if you need help with these ones, ask mom and dad. Okay, this would be a good one to talk to mom and dad about. And then our very last slide, learning at home versus learning at school. When the school moved to learning from home, some things were very different. What were some things that were very different about learning at home versus learning at school? And even though it was different, some things were the same. Okay, so what were some things that are the same between learning at home and learning at school? Okay, and then down here we have our pros and our cons of learning at home. Pros, what are some things that you like about learning at home? And then cons, what are some things you don't like about learning at home? Okay, what I miss the most, what do you miss about school? And then what I wish, what is something that you wish for? Okay, so those are our slides, and once you get done with that, you are all done. Okay, so remember, if you delete a text box, hit the undo button, it will give it back to you. Okay, once you're done with this, if you finish all these slides, I will download it, email it to your parents, and you will have it forever. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Okay, good luck.